So as we're waiting for everything to dry up, we're going to be doing some alum interviews, different people coming up. First one we have here is Mr. Frank Robb from CIA. Obviously, CIA celebrating big 50th anniversary. So thank you for joining us, Frank. How are you doing this morning? Not too bad. Just trying to stay warm up here. Doing the anti-rain dance or whatever. So,
well, unfortunately, you have the wind blowing, so it's most unpleasant.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a wind tunnel up here, but hopefully it dries it off. So, what was your involvement with CIA?
I was a co-founder.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Congrats.
So tell us the story. How did you come about coming up with the idea to create CIA?
Well, actually, I lived over in the Morwood dorms, and so the spring of 1970, a couple of friends of mine and I came over to Spring Carnival and buggy races and watched and said, oh, that looks like fun. We should go do that. And so the following year, I built a buggy, and we raced as Morwood 6E. That year, Jeff LaRochelle was the sweepstakes chairman, and as seems to be customary, he was interested in increasing participation. So he was more than happy to kind of help us along and sort of look the other way and give us the easy jobs and whatever else so that we could participate. And sort of the rest is history in a way, I guess.
So the first buggy you built, I believe it was called 6E. Is that correct? I don't know if it had a name. Maybe
it didn't have a name.
Okay.
I'm not a person who names buggies. So
fair enough.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. So yeah, it didn't have a name. If you would have been in the right place, you would have seen a picture of it. It only survived 1 year because 1971 was the year of the incident just before Raceday, and beyond the fact that it was the first buggy I'd ever made and designed and whatever else, and it had a number of shortfalls. It only survived the 1 year.
So I have a question for you that is a little inside baseball in a sense. I heard a story, and tell me if I'm wrong. You co-founded CIA, so I imagine you were there for that. That the first buggy that you built after that, I think Pickle or Peanut. Pickle was the first one.
Well, no.
Okay.
So buggy number 2 was officially named Limpid Lizard.
Okay, that's a great name for a buggy.
Designed and built by Larry Ross. It was green and had a lumpy fiberglass shell, and thus had the informal nickname of Pickle.
Okay.
And it was subsequently repainted to be nice and smooth and renamed to be the Mickey Mouse Special.
Gotcha.
For a variety of reasons, good and bad.
So is it true, because I think I read somewhere that CIA had actually entered that buggy in a different type of race?
Yes, the University of Pittsburgh, as part of their Engineer Week celebrations, had a downhill race out in front of the Syria Mosque on that particular road. And the details are a little fuzzy now. The key point was that they gave away prize money. And so we investigated a little bit, and being a low-budget operation, it seemed like, oh, here's a way to make some money. And so we entered, and people tell me we won 1 year. Some of the fraternities, I think, thought about participating and said, there's no way in the world we're going to do this. You'll be going 1,000 miles an hour down at the bottom of their hill, and we don't want to do that. So the following year, the people at Pitt were annoyed because they were giving money to CMU people. And so they changed the rules to say, oh, not only do you have to get down the hill fast, but you have to stop in a specified distance. And they had this big time penalty associated with how long it took you to stop. So the farther you went, the more time penalty you had. So year 2 didn't turn out quite so well.
That's okay. You already got the money from them once. You proved CMU's dominance over Pitt. That's the important stuff.
They keep moving the goalposts.
Well, you can't blame them. But anyway, it was fun.
Oh, man.
That's awesome. So how's it been, kind of being here 50 years, seeing CIA, the state of the org? Like, did you have any idea kind of where this would go and what a team it would be?
Absolutely not. I was amazed that the organization, continued after I graduated, frankly.
Right.
And certainly over the years, there's been an ebb and flow. The last, 10 plus years, the organization has been reasonably successful. Certainly as an organization, I think it's been very successful.
Yeah.
Lots of people participating and members. And it's from the place I started to today, when it's like, oh, yeah, we're going to run 4 men's teams and 4 women's teams. And it's like, oh, my God. We were lucky to get enough pushers together back in my time to push 1 buggy. So,
Yeah, right. And building pretty much every year. And
yes, that's sort of an amazing, too. I'll admit I did the same. I was basically building almost every year, but that was a matter that the buggies were junk and they had to get dramatically improved if we wanted to go faster. So
Right.
I guess I can rationalize that. But now there's enough, I'll call it art, associated with the carbon fiber fabrication that you probably almost have to build every year to stay aware, cognizant, competent in the building technique. Just as we've seen in kind of everything that's gone on with all of the COVID stuff the last couple of years, it's really kind of thrown a wrench into everybody's operation.
Right.
Yep.
And the building is a part of that.
Yep, it definitely is. So do you have a favorite memory, either from your time doing buggy or frankly in the last 50 years of coming back?
Seeing a buggy I had a hand in win.
So you helped build Black Magic, I take it?
Yes.
Very nice. For those of you out there who don't know, Black Magic set the course record back in 1981 and was the first time an independent organization ever won the men's races.
Yep.
Very, very cool. And also, it set a lot of other kind of records. It was the last 4-wheeled buggy to ever win a race. It was the first time a woman driver had ever won a race. And nowadays, I think every driver this year is a woman. And most years that's the case, minus a Signu brother here
right,
or there.
every now and then.
And I think Signu this year was trying to get one of their brothers qualified as well. There just weren't enough rolls in the spring to get two different drivers qualified in the same buggy.
Well, you just go over to the library and you look at the little note that goes along with Pica's Tiger Shark 2 that's on display. And I forget what it says exactly, but it weighs like 120 pounds or something. And I'm not sure you can believe all the stories you hear, but people talk about a buggy ready to roll weighing, 15, 17 pounds, something like that. And so the fixation is on finding the smallest, lightest person you can. Pica loved it years ago when they had the driver that weighed 86 pounds, allegedly.
Wow.
And so the quest is on for light, and it's kind of hard to find small guys.
Very true. Very true.
So.
Cool. Well, awesome. Appreciate you coming and chatting with us for a little bit. Congratulations on the 50 years. Really interesting stuff to hear about it, and hope you get to enjoy race day if we get some rolls. I'm hopeful. So,
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
appreciate it.